Hey y'all, this is Sonia, and you're listening to the Unapologetic Faith Podcast. Hey, I just wanted to give y'all a quick reminder that God cares about the little things. And so I lost my debit card probably about 2 weeks ago. I could not find it. I looked everywhere, searched everywhere, could not find it. But I was like, it has to be somewhere in this house. And I was like, I'm not going to order a new card because I feel like it's somewhere here. I looked everywhere, like I said. And so the other day I said a quick prayer and I was like, God, if please let my debit card just show up. I was like, I do not want to have to order a new debit card because if I order a new debit card, that means I'm going to have to go through and update all my information everywhere where I pay my bills and all those things. And so I was like, you know what? I do not want to have to do that. God, please just let my debit card show up if it's somewhere in the house. And so lo and behold, I came home that afternoon, same afternoon, y'all. And there was my debit card right there on the kitchen counter. And so I asked my husband because I knew he was the one who found it. I was like, where did you find my debit card? He was like, it was inside of the dryer up against like the door or something. I don't know. I had looked in that dryer several times and I did not see it because sometimes what I do is I'll put my debit card in my side pocket of my uniforms. Like if I want to that's besides the point, y'all. But sometimes I keep it there. And I felt it in my spirit. I was like, that debit card got to be in this dryer. I looked in that dryer several times and did not see it. My husband washes laundry like just about every single day. And so I'm surprised he did not find it before now. But literally the same day that I prayed, God, please let me find my debit card, there it was. So I want to let you all know, even I know you may feel this way sometimes that God, like you maybe feeling like God doesn't care, he's not hearing your prayers. But I just want you to know that he does care about the little things. And it's kind of reminded me of a story that I read in 2 Kings chapter 6, and it's verse 1 through 7. And I just want to read it to you. I immediately thought about this because when I read this story, I couldn't understand why it was in the Bible. But lo and behold, my study Bible came through to let me know exactly why this story is in the Bible. And so it says, one day the group of prophets came to Elisha and told him, as you can see, this place where we meet with you is too small. Let's go down to the Jordan River where there are plenty of logs. There we can build a new place for us to meet. All right, he told them, go ahead. Please come with us, someone suggested. I will, he said. So he went with them. When they arrived at the Jordan, they began cutting down trees. But one of them was cutting a tree. But as one of them was cutting a tree, his axe fell into the river. Oh, sir, he cried. It was a borrowed axe. Where did it fall? The man of God asked. When he showed him the place, Elisha cut a stick and threw it into the water at that spot. When the axe head floated to the surface. Grab it, Elisha said, and the man reached out and grabbed it. And that was the end of that. So that was something so small. This man lost his axe while he was trying to build a new meeting place for him and the prophets to meet. And so I'm going to read to you what it says in my study Bible. It says the incident of the floating axe head is recorded to show God's care and provision for those who trust him, even in the smaller events of everyday life, like a lost tool. God is always present, placed in the Bible between the healing of an Aramean commander and the deliverance of Israel's army. This miracle also shows Elisha's personal contact with the students in the group of the prophets. Although he had the respect of kings, Elisha never forgot to care for the faithful workers. Don't let the importance of your work become self-importance and crowd out your concern for human need. But basically what I wanted y'all to see is that God cares about the little things, like somebody, like you losing a tool, like you losing your debit card. And there have been so many things, not just the debit card situation, but other things that I felt like were very small. And I would go to God about it and he would answer that prayer. And so I just want to encourage you all just to keep the faith, keep going. Endurance is it's a long it's a long time thing. So just keep going. And that's one of the words that I have been like just hearing in my spirit lately, just endurance, endurance, just keep going, endurance, you know. And so, but that's it for this episode. I just wanted to let you all know that God does care about the small things. Please make sure that you are following the show. Also, if you are looking for a good study Bible, I'll have the link to the Bible that I use, which is the NLT. It's the Application Study Bible, in the description, in the show notes. I'll link it there. And I thank you guys, each and every one of you, every single one of you, for listening, downloading, and following the show. I will see you guys next week, where we will be talking about how to manage your anger biblically. And that's a really good one. All right, guys. I pray that each and every one of you have a blessed week. See you guys on the next episode. Bye.